We are back with my series of LEGO Minifigure Habitats. We have, again, 3 minifigures from the CMF Series 26, the Alien Tourist, the Imposter, and the Astronaut. Let's start right away from this one. I apologize for my voice, but I was sick this week, so it might not look as great. So here we have our usual 8x8 base in white. I'm going to try to follow the color scheme of this astronaut, which is white, red, and golden. So what I want to do with this one is I want to make a good use of these printed tiles that come with all these minifigures from the CMF 26. So they're all printed. If you put them together, you can create a nice effect of the sky, if not interrupted by these studs over here. So what I wanted to do is to take 3 of those and to create 2 window sort of panels that look out into the sky. I think it looked pretty nice. So in order to do this, I have these 3 tiles together. I need to add a support at the bottom in a sort of bracket way. I'm going to make sure that everything is nice and connected properly, and it's going to be one side of this space station. You can see 2 more printed tiles here. These are also part of the minifigure that actually come with these flying accessories at the back for when it's flying outside in space. So those 2 printed slopes are going to go over there. And the big printed tiles at the back are actually going to use it in the wall over here on this side of the build. Later, I'm going to show you how I'm going to secure that, because with these 3 panels, so these are 9 studs. Now the alignment on top is not correct. So you can see here we have a alpha plate gap between this and that. So later I'm going to take care of that. Over here at the back, I'm going to use some snot techniques. So I have a lot of these bricks over here. On this side, I'm going to add a sort of opening, a sort of edge that the astronaut can use to open to then access the outside of the spaceship for his spacewalks. And this is going to connect over here on this side. Now you can see I added a few different bars in red and gold so that the astronaut can move around in a no gravity situation. And this is going to be another window. I apologize for this color. This is not the same gold as this one, but I didn't have any other in my collection. Over there, for this other opening, is going to be another window. And I'm going to use the torso of another minifigure from this series, the Flying Saucer minifigure. By the way, if you want to check them all out, I have a very nice Space Cantina build with all these minifigures and more. You can find it on my channel. Anyway, I was saying, at the back of this torso, we have a printed sky with Earth. So I think it's very nice that this astronaut can look out and have a view of the Earth from his spaceship. Now, we need to make sure that there's no light coming through at the back of that. So I'm going to add a few black bricks, plates, and tiles to make sure that there is no light coming through. And then I can secure everything together. As I was saying here, I have a alpha plate gap. So I'm going to use some big brackets like this to fill that gap. And because of that, then I have to use this bigger 2x space on top. The astronaut is going to connect to this transclear support that I have from the beginning. And it's going to be a sort of non-gravity situation. And I have quite a few mocks on my channel in this sort of no-gravity effect. So let me know what you think about this habitat. And now we can move to one of the fan favorites, that is the Alien Tourist. Of course, I'm expecting him to be on Earth, as here is a love Earth. So I'm going to have a very basic city street. We have a road here with a sort of zebra crossing. This is going to be a corner road, like so. Over here, I think I'm going to add a pizza place. I think if he comes to Earth, for sure he needs to try to have some good food. So I'm going to extend a little bit, couple of studs on the side, so later I can add a little bit more details. We have some pizza there. This is a sticker from, I think, a creator set, a taxi, for which I created a mod long ago on my channel. Those jumpers will help me then to connect the top part of the wall, like so. And then here I came out a little bit with some slopes to create a little bit of an interesting profile on top, because I didn't have the space to add another window here, otherwise it would be too tall. Here, to just give a little bit of a pop of color, I'm going to add a bird. Here I'm going to change the color scheme. So I'm going to go with dark gray and sand green. I'm going to use this a small door. Of course, it's not in scale with a minifigure, but sometimes when we build this habitat, we have to make a little bit of exceptions. Now, another happy accident here. Sometimes when you have few parts in your collection, good things can happen. So my idea was to have slope and slope on both sides, 4, so 2 and 2. But then I didn't have enough of these in my collection, so I decided why not to use one slope and one tile at the top part. So it created this interesting angle, and I think it actually looked even better than my initial idea. And I only could have done this because of the lack of parts. So having a few parts sometimes is a good thing. I'm going to use a mudguard here to sort of frame the door. So this is going to connect like so. And then on top I have a sort of awning with these flat pieces. I had to use some jumpers on top to make sure that I have enough space to then come down with this. And I think it looks okay. I also had to tile these on the top so that I can then connect everything like this and everything looks nice and flush. Now let's add the details. At the back side I'm gonna add a lamp post. I'm gonna just connect it there. Let's see if I can go in without taking apart the walls. Very simple, very straightforward. I have a stud over there because I wanted this minifigure to be a little bit taller, and also this will allow me to give an angle. Otherwise it would have to be only like this or like that. I prefer to have it like this, a little bit diagonal. Over here I'm gonna add one sort of not fire extinguisher, like the one that you can find on the road, basically, like this in red. And I'm also gonna add here loose a little bit trash can in green. So I think we have a nice pop of color over there. And over here I want to add also a tree, because of course if it's coming to Earth we need a little bit of nature. So I'm using this angle stud to come here with an interesting shape. Here also I'm stealing a couple of studs outside of the habitat. Nice interesting shape for this tree coming up. And this is a fairly simple technique. You can see I have a Travis brick with the multiple stems coming out. So it's 1, 2, and 3 of these I think 6 stem pieces, and then on top different kind of leaf in yellow, different shade of yellow and orange. Looks pretty nice in my opinion. Over here I have a stud because I have this nice printed tile with a map. I think it would be nice to have a nice map of the city over here. Initially I thought I wanted to do a sort of subway thing, but it didn't work out in terms of space. And then I'm also gonna add a couple of leaves that are dropping from the tree, like so. So it creates a little bit of a interesting detail to the scene. Let me know what you think about this one. And let's move quickly to the last one before the video gets too long. The last one is the imposter. This is the one for which I didn't have any idea what to build. I had a few good suggestions from my members. By the way, I have this membership program on my channel if you want to check it out. I have photo updates of my progress during the week for all my members, and I also have a weekly vlog video with all the behind the scene of my mocks and building and LEGO activity during the week. For the second tier of membership, you can go and check it out. Anyway, I thought I could build something that look a little bit like Men in Black. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this imposter arrested by the Men in Black. So I'm gonna give him some handcuff. I created a sort of Men in Black minifigure, even though the torso is a bit weird. It looks a little bit too elegant for a Men in Black. But I think with the glasses and with this fancy gun, it looks a little bit better and everything will make sense at the end. So at the back of the wall, I wanted to create a wall similar to the one in the scene of the headquarters. So we have this big gray wall with some round thing coming off. And on the opposite side in that scene, there is also a big round screen that I thought I could recreate in a very small scale over here. So we have this white oval shaped screen that we're going to connect to that stud over there. Give a nice pop of color to the scene. I'm going to complete also the other side. So in the scene when they come down with the lift, over on this side there is a big glass window. And this was a little bit difficult to recreate. So what I decided to use is this. So these are sort of garage door in trans clear. I'm going to connect over there, and then this is going to come down all the way there. To then make it stay in place, I'm actually going to use a very simple flexible hose that is going to connect to the jumper over there. And this should be keeping this one in place like this and creating a nice effect. And now I should strengthen this a little bit more, but now you have a little bit of an idea. I'm going to extend the floor a little bit here again to gain a little bit of extra space for this habitat. Over here, I'm going to add a interesting shape table to which I added also the 2 micro figures that come with this one, that are the ones that are actually controlling the imposter. So everybody got caught by the man in black. So this table is going to be over there. We are going to have the man in black here pushing the newly captured imposter, alien imposter, walking into the headquarters of the man in black. And because in this scene of the movie there is always a lot of very interesting, funny alien character, I thought I could add one. So this is from the recent series of Dream Set. I thought I'd give him a nice, cool, old-style haircut and add him over here as a cool, interesting, additional character. So we have the alien tourist, we have the imposter caught by the man in black, and we have the astronaut with a nice view of the Earth from space. Let me know what you think about these 3 habitats, and together with the 3 previous ones, this is how it looks. So here we are halfway done into my series of minifigure habitat from the CMF Series 26. If you want to support the channel, I will put a couple of links down below from Amazon US with a pack of 6 minifigures from this series. That is the best chance you get to get different ones. And also we'll put the link also to previous one. I think they have a good discount for the Series 25 and for the Marvel 2 series. If you don't want to do that, don't worry. You can just watch my video for free. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. That's always a great way to support the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Ciao, ciao.